What if one parking space could quietly make money, even while you're sleeping? Thousands of Americans are rushing to build EV charging stations, but most people still don't understand why. Is this the next great business opportunity, or an expensive mistake waiting to happen?
The answer depends on one decision. Almost every beginner gets wrong.
By the end of this video, you'll understand how EV charging stations really make money, what they cost to build, the biggest risks, and whether this business could make sense in the future. Meet Alex. He's 34 and works full-time. He wants to build income that doesn't depend only on his paycheck. One evening, Alex notices every charger at a busy shopping center is occupied. That's when an idea clicks. If people are waiting to charge their cars, could charging electricity become a real business? Before spending a single dollar, where does the money actually come from? The answer isn't just electricity. A successful charging station earns value through location, traffic, and smart pricing. Think of an EV charging station like a modern gas station. Instead of selling fuel, you're selling electricity and convenience. But unlike gas stations, charging takes time. And surprisingly, that can become a huge advantage.
While drivers wait, many buy coffee, grab lunch, or shop. That extra customer traffic is valuable to nearby businesses.
That's why many charging stations are built near supermarkets, malls, hotels, and busy highways. But here's what many beginners miss. A great location can matter even more than buying the most expensive charger. Alex's first lesson is simple. Don't ask, where is the cheapest land? Ask, where are EV drivers already going? Imagine placing a charger in an empty parking lot. Even the best equipment can't earn money without customers. Now picture the same charger beside a busy grocery store. Cars arrive throughout the day, creating a steady stream of potential customers. This is called traffic demand. The more qualified drivers passing by, the greater the opportunity to earn revenue. But traffic alone isn't enough. There's another hidden factor that can make or break the entire business. That hidden factor is power. Without enough electrical capacity, even the perfect location can become a costly disappointment. Every charger depends on the local electrical grid. If the grid can't handle the demand, expansion becomes expensive. Alex quickly realizes he isn't just buying charging equipment, he's investing in electrical infrastructure too. This surprises many first-time investors, because the charger itself is often only part of the total project cost. And that's before earning the first dollar. Next, Alex discovers how charging stations actually generate revenue day after day. Every charging session begins with one simple action. A driver plugs in, starts charging, and pays for the electricity used. Some stations charge by the amount of electricity delivered, while others also consider how long the vehicle stays connected.
Fast chargers usually cost more to install, but they can serve more drivers throughout the day.
That creates an important business trade-off. Higher upfront costs may lead to greater earning potential over time.
But here's the question almost every beginner forgets to ask. What happens when no one shows up to charge?
A charging station only earns money when drivers actually use it. Empty chargers don't generate revenue. They only create ongoing expense. That's why experienced operators study traffic patterns before installing a single charger. They ask simple questions. How many electric vehicles pass this area? When is demand highest? How long do drivers usually stay? The answers help predict whether a location could stay busy for years instead of just a few weekends. But even a busy location has another challenge. Electricity prices don't stay the same all day, and that changes everything. Electricity costs often change throughout the day. During busy hours, power can become much more expensive. If a station buys expensive electricity but can't charge enough to cover the difference, profits can shrink quickly.
That's why many operators carefully monitor energy costs and adjust pricing throughout the day.
Some businesses even encourage drivers to charge during quieter hours, helping balance demand and reduce operating costs. But electricity isn't the only ongoing expense. There's another cost many new investors completely underestimate. Like any business, charging stations need regular maintenance. A broken charger can't serve customers or generate revenue. Reliable uptime builds trust. When drivers know your station works, they're much more likely to return. Many stations also connect to mobile apps, helping drivers find available chargers before they even arrive. A smooth customer experience often matters just as much as the charging speed itself. But even with the best service, one major question remains. How long does it actually take to recover the investment? The answer depends on one key number called utilization. That's simply how often your chargers are actually being used. A charger that's busy for most of the day usually has a better chance of covering its costs than one that's rarely used. That doesn't mean every location will succeed. Demand, competition, and operating costs all work together. Alex now understands something important. This isn't a shortcut to wealth. It's a business that rewards careful planning. And just when Alex thinks he's figured it out, another challenge appears. Competition is growing faster every year.
A few years ago, finding a public EV charger wasn't always easy. Today, new stations are appearing across the country.
More competition gives drivers mirrors better choices, but it also means station owners must stand out.
Drivers usually choose stations that are reliable, easy to reach, and simple to use, not just the cheapest option.
That's why successful operators think beyond electricity. They're creating a better experience from start to finish. But even the best customer experience can't overcome one mistake that silently destroys many charging businesses. That mistake is assuming today's demand will stay the same forever. Markets change, and smart businesses plan ahead.
Technology is improving quickly. New chargers are becoming faster, smarter, and more convenient every year.
Drivers also expect shorter wait times. Faster charging means more cars can be served each day. For Alex, the goal is no longer just installing chargers. It's creating a location drivers naturally prefer. But one final piece of the puzzle could have the biggest impact of all: the future of electric vehicles themselves. Every year, more drivers are considering electric vehicles. That means demand for convenient charging could continue to evolve. But future demand isn't guaranteed. It depends on technology, consumer choices, and how quickly charging networks expand. That's why smart investors focus on flexibility instead of assuming one strategy will always work.
Some locations may eventually add solar panels or battery storage to better manage electricity costs and improve efficiency.
And that leads to one fascinating question. Could tomorrow's charging stations become much more than places to recharge a car? Imagine stopping to charge your car and finishing your grocery shopping before the battery is full. That's convenience people remember. Now imagine that same location adding restaurants, cafes, and small shops. Suddenly, charging becomes part of a larger experience. Some businesses already view charging stations as a way to attract customers instead of simply selling electricity. For those businesses, the charger isn't always the main product. It's the reason customers decide to stop in the first place. But if EV charging creates so many opportunities, why isn't everyone rushing into this business? The answer might surprise you. The biggest barrier isn't demand. It's the upfront investment required before the first customer ever arrives. Then come the permits, inspections, and utility approvals. Each step takes planning, patience, and coordination. Skipping these steps can delay a project for months, turning a promising investment into a frustrating waiting game. That's why successful operators plan every stage before spending heavily on equipment. And once the station finally opens, the real challenge begins: earning enough loyal customers to make the business sustainable. Getting customers isn't just about installing chargers. It's about giving drivers a reason to choose your location every single time.
Small details matter. Bright lighting, clear signs, and reliable equipment help drivers feel confident and safe.
A simple payment process is just as important. Nobody enjoys wasting time struggling with an app or payment screen. Happy customers often return, and repeat visits can become one of the strongest foundations of a successful charging business.
But there's one final challenge Alex hasn't faced yet. What happens when new technology changes the rules once again?
Charging technology is improving faster than ever. New equipment can deliver more power in less time.
For drivers, shorter charging sessions mean less waiting. For station owners, it could mean serving more vehicles each day.
But faster technology also means today's equipment may eventually face tougher competition from newer systems. That's why experienced operators think years ahead, instead of focusing only on today's market. And that raises an even bigger question. Could artificial intelligence change how EV charging stations operate in the future?
AI could help predict busy hours, balance electricity demand, and reduce unnecessary operating costs. Imagine a station adjusting prices automatically based on demand, helping drivers and operators make smarter decisions. Smart systems may even detect equipment problems before drivers notice them, reducing downtime and improving reliability.
For Alex, technology isn't replacing good business decisions. It's simply giving him better tools to make them. But even the smartest technology can't answer the biggest question. Is owning an EV charging station the right opportunity for everyone? The truth is, there's no universal answer. Every location, every budget, and every market creates a different business story. A station in the wrong place can struggle, while a well-planned location may attract drivers for years. That's why successful owners spend more time researching than rushing to buy equipment. Good decisions usually happen before construction begins, not after the station is already built.
And before Alex makes his final decision, he asks one last question that every future business owner should ask.
Alex doesn't ask, "How much money could I make?" He asks, "What risks am I willing to manage?"
Every business comes with uncertainty. Customer demand, electricity prices, and competition can all change over time.
That's why successful owners prepare for different scenarios, instead of expecting everything to go perfectly. Preparation doesn't eliminate risk, but it helps prevent small problems from becoming expensive mistakes. And after months of research, planning, and learning, Alex finally understands the biggest lesson of all. Owning an EV charging station isn't really about selling electricity. It's about solving a problem for drivers every single day. Businesses that solve real problems often build stronger customer loyalty than businesses focused only on making quick profits.
That mindset changes every decision, from choosing the location to maintaining the equipment and supporting customers.
Alex finally realizes success comes from hundreds of smart decisions, not one lucky investment.
But before we wrap up, let's quickly review the 5 biggest lessons every future charging station owner should remember.
Lesson number 1. Choose your location based on real driver demand, not simply on the lowest property cost. Lesson number 2. Understand every cost before construction begins, including equipment, installation, maintenance, and electricity. Lesson number 3. Great customer experiences create repeat business, and repeat business builds stronger long-term results. Lesson number 4. Keep learning. Technology, competition, and customer expectations continue to evolve every year.
And lesson number 5. Build a business that creates value first. Profit usually follows businesses that consistently solve real problems.
Looking back, Alex realizes the biggest investment wasn't the charging equipment. It was the knowledge he gained before making a decision. The most successful business owners don't chase every opportunity. They wait for the right opportunity. If you're thinking about this business, start by learning your local market before thinking about equipment or expansion. Remember, every successful charging station begins with one simple question. Who am I helping, and why would they stop here? And that's the difference between owning a charger and building a business people actually choose. Before investing, remember that every market is different. Local demand, regulations, and competition can all influence the outcome. That's why researching your area is often more valuable than copying someone else's business strategy. Markets change over time, so the businesses that adapt are often the ones that last the longest. The future of transportation will keep evolving. Businesses that keep learning are better prepared for whatever comes next. So, is owning an EV charging station a guaranteed path to success? No. But with careful planning, it can become an interesting business opportunity worth. The biggest takeaway isn't about chargers. It's about understanding how a real business creates value before it creates profit. Every successful business starts by solving a real problem. Everything else grows from that foundation.
Alex didn't become successful because he guessed correctly. He succeeded because he prepared carefully.
Good research reduces surprises. Smart planning reduces expensive mistakes. And that's the lesson Alex wishes he had understood from the very beginning.
What started as a simple question about charging cars became a lesson about research, patience, and long-term thinking.
The future will bring new technologies, new challenges, and new opportunities. But good business principles rarely change. Understand your customers. Manage your costs. Keep learning. Those simple ideas can apply to almost any business. And perhaps that's the biggest surprise of all. This story was never only about EV chargers. It was about how thoughtful decisions, repeated over time, can turn an idea into a real opportunity. If you enjoyed exploring the business behind EV charging, let us know what topic we should break down next. And if simple explanations of money, business, and investing help you think differently, consider subscribing for more videos like this. Owning an EV charging station isn't just about electricity. It's about location, planning, customer experience, and long-term thinking. The best opportunities are rarely hidden. They're often right in front of us, waiting for someone willing to understand them. And maybe that's the real economics of an EV charging station. Not just selling power, but creating value where people need it most.
If you enjoyed learning money the simple way, subscribe and keep building your financial future.